Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am trying something new with my camera, so please in the comments below let me know what you think. I hope you're all having a nice day. Sorry. I just had a comment, and I've had other people say it too, that it's a weird angle and stuff, and I've been trying to figure out ways. So now I have it like, I have a ledge kind of by my desk, and so I kind of have the camera taped to the ledge. I don't know how long it's going to stay there or if it's going to work, but we're going to give it a try. So let me know if like the angle looks a little bit better or whatever, because I don't want you guys, to not be comfortable with how the angle is, because I know that's like not real fun. So I hope this helps. Unfortunately, this is really the only camera setup that I have. So somehow I have to make it work. And the problem is it's a tripod, and tripods are meant to have the camera like facing out, obviously towards something, and instead it's down. So the problem I was having is you're always looking at the top legs of the tripod. So I had to kind of slant it out a little bit, so then it gives you that weird sloped feeling, and yeah. So I apologize for making people like feel sick or weird. It's just one of those things. I'm sorry, I'm going to grab a piece of coffee dyed paper here. I didn't have any right there at the moment. So I am going to do one of these little books like Rachel at Roxy Creations did. If you've seen it, I totally understand if you guys want to like switch and go do something else. I'm not offended, because I get it. But obviously I'll be using different papers, and everybody kind of has their own little twist on things. So if you want to hang out with me, or if you just want to craft and do your own thing, then that's awesome too. I would love it if you did that. So I have just gotten some of the pages ready. I'm just taking this one, and I was going to put some coffee dyed paper on it because it's just this white, and I didn't want it quite that white. So I thought we could do that. So yeah, if you're working on something, go ahead and get that out while I'm doing the glue thing. Hope you're all having an awesome day. It's a very nice day here. I wish it was going to stay that way, because we have a big band competition this weekend, and of course the weather's going to get not nice for that, because that's what it does. So wish me luck, and hopefully I won't freeze to death. I am the biggest wimp, and the older I have gotten, it has just gotten ridiculous. Like, I just sit there and shiver and shiver and shiver, and it's supposed to rain, and be cold. So, yeah. And, we have to work. We work, selling tickets and food and, just all those kind of things. Help people with parking, and just, everybody's doing different stuff. It's just that it's not like you can just say, okay, I'll just go and watch my kids play. It doesn't really work that way. So I've got to feed kids. It'll be awesome to see them play regardless. I just hope it's not super pouring or something, so that they have to go out in ponchos, because that kind of ruins the effect when they're out there, and then the instruments are getting all wet, and yeah, it's just kind of all a bad thing. But man, it doesn't matter what the weather's doing. It's not like a lot of sports and things where they'll just call off the game or whatever. They don't do that in band. It doesn't matter what the weather's doing. We're marching. So that's kind of the way that works. So I did get some of this ready last night, so you won't have to watch me do all these. This was kind of the last one I was doing, or I might add one more, but I don't know. We're just going to see what I've got with this and see how it goes. I just had to make one because they looked too fun and kind of an easy thing, and I like the antique look of it, and so I had to make one. Thank you, Rachel, for the awesome idea and inspiration. It's awesome. So, but at least we can hang out and craft together, which is also a good thing. I like to do that. I like to turn on other people while I'm working sometimes if I get a chance. Life is utterly crazy right now, so there's not a lot of time for anything extra than what needs to be done, basically. I did this last night while I was watching TV, but I kind of consider this sort of like work in a way, So, sorry, I'm trying to figure out which way this goes. It's got writing on it. It's Medieval Mirage, and so I think it goes this way. And then I just, inside I put some of that yellow kids manila paper, and I have some that are taller, so I kind of want to put the taller ones between the shorter ones. And this is just some Paper Studio paper, and this is an old, really old vintage envelope, and it's super soft, thin, really thin paper, so it was kind of a good thing to glue it on there. And that one goes this way. And then I have like, this is old letter. This one I got off New York Public Library. And then this is Rachel at Roxy Creations Coffee Dyed Digi. So I'll put that one there. And I'm going to kind of do them at staggered levels too. And this is Medieval Mirage with some coffee dyed paper. So I'll go that way or the other way. I always have to look for a minute with, I think it goes this way, Medieval Mirage, because it has writing, but it's kind of hard for me to tell what direction it goes. This is just some music paper, like hymnal, and that is lined paper with the little holes and Christmas paper. I think I might put this one maybe back here. And then I have an envelope. This is Medieval Mirage. I think I'll put that maybe here. And I think this will be enough pages. And then I have this little piece from Medieval Mirage too. So the really cool part about doing these kind of books with these kind of hinges is that you don't have to worry as much, I guess, about like how things are going to open or whatever, because I just think it's going to be a little easier that way, to me anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. But these are super fun. So let's see, I gotta figure out what I want for the cover. I'm thinking this one, because I can add, I like this angel, and I found this on New York Public Library. But I know there's lots of people like Mrs. Coggs, she has lots of neat images. Sorry, I was just getting a drink of my Pepsi. And you know, stuff like that. So I know that you can find all kinds of neat Christmas images. People have all kinds of digis. If you don't want to try to go sift through a bunch of images or something, then that's what I would do. So yeah, I guess I'll just start putting this together. But that's kind of what I'm going for anyways, right there. Oh, I also have this postcard. I think it's too big of an image. Alright, so I'll just use these. I'll use what I have here. I need to grab one more thing, sorry. I'm dropping everything because I'm grabbing something behind something else. I really need to go through my whole craft room and redo some stuff. So I just have this whole thing of Christmas and I haven't gotten it out yet. That's why it was behind everything. Alright, so I'm going to set that over there in case we need a piece out of that key. So let's see, let's just put these together. And like I said, I want to stagger them so that they aren't like, you know, as too thick in the middle or whatever. These are just my little hinges, and I just cut these out of, you know, scraps, which this is an awesome thing for scraps if you want to get rid of scraps, because mostly a lot of these papers are scraps. Some of these Medieval Mirage is new because I just got that kit and I wanted to use it for Christmas because it's red and green colors, and it's called, oh my goodness, I forgot to look before I started this. Just let me think about it for a second. I will link it below, so I apologize for forgetting like within 2 seconds. And I'm just going to kind of rip the edges of these a little bit more because I wanted them just a touch smaller, and you know, the ripped edge instead of the straight edge. Why can't I think of that paper name? Let me see. Turn on my computer and see if I can see. Sorry, because that'll bug me if I don't know it. Such a dingling. Medieval Fragments. That's the one. And I got the add-on too, so Medieval Fragments and the Medieval Fragments add-on. Yeesh. How hard is it? Kind of don't want that one for this one. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll use this one. These polka dots. Sorry to be so frazzled. It's just been super busy, crazy. I feel like no matter how much I try to stay caught up, I just can't stay there. Can't stay caught up. I feel like I'm always doing stuff, but I can't get caught up. So anyways. But you could just cut these straight too. You don't have to tear them or anything. I just like that look, of course, because you know, that's just the way I am. But I like them to look a little aged. So I'm just going to glue these together. And a lot of my papers aren't double-sided. This one happens to be, but you don't have to have double-sided paper to do this. You can do it just as easily with single-sided. You just want to make sure you glue down the white side, obviously. So it's not a big deal. And I'm using my tacky glue because I know for sure it will hold it together. And I know art glitter glue works really good too. I just don't have any, and I have tons of tacky glue that I need to use, so that's what I'm using. Probably should have done one side at a time, huh? Yeah, so let me know on this camera thing, because I just, you know, it's really hard for me to tell. Like, I can see in there, but, and even when I, you know, edit the video and stuff like that, it can be hard to tell about, you know, things like the slope or how it's going to look on somebody else's device and stuff. So, yeah, if I can make it look a little better, then that's obviously what I would like to do. So it's not so, ugh, because I know how that is. I know nobody's trying to pick on me or anything. I get it, because I've watched a few that I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't. So I get that. Alright, so you saw me, I kind of pushed this onto the table. That's just my way. I just want to make sure, hopefully, that I can get this spine fairly straight. And I guess if you were using paper that was white on the back, probably you should ink the inside of it, because you might see it, but we're going to cover with some fabric too, so I don't think it really is like a big deal. And then these two, I'm not sure how to do this envelope. I think I'll go this way so that the flap obviously can open and close, right? That would be the smart thing to do. Maybe one of the red ones would be better here. Put this one up a little bit higher. And if we do it like this, this will open out like that. Yeah, so that's what I think I'll do with that one. Let's use, I think I want a red, something red. I've got my scraps. Let's see what we have in red. That one's pretty. It's not going to be as big of a, I mean, you know, lengthwise it won't be as long as some of the other ones, but again, I don't have a problem with that. I kind of like it when everything's not perfect. I guess that's why I like junk journals. I want this one up high, I think. It's about there. Then I thought I could put this Santa, where'd he go? Santa. Oh my goodness, now I can't find him. Oh well, I'll find him in a minute. I don't know what I did. Yeah, Jeff doesn't have any like particular Christmas kits, but I really liked this Medieval Fragments one because it's just a lot of red and green in it. So, and I didn't want it necessarily to be screaming like, you know, all of it to have Christmas designs on it necessarily. So, I'm actually wondering if I should put this one on first. Yeah, I think so, because otherwise I'm going to have all the printed paper together and all the other type paper together. So just mix it up more. Yeah, I really feel a lot like a dog chasing its tail lately. I feel like I'm doing lots, but I'm not getting anywhere. It's bad when you get like that. Got 2 major competitions left, and then we are done with that. But I'm also really sad because it's my daughter's last marching band season. So, I mean, if she goes into marching band in college, because she came home last night and was like, I only have 2 more competitions in marching band, and I was like, well, you'll have to go be in a marching band in college. So yeah, and I'm sure she will. That's kind of one of the reasons she'll probably end up going locally here, because they have a really good marching band. So, which is a good thing, because that's what she really loves doing. Told her the other day, I said, you should really just be a band director. Because I mean, she loves it. And I think she would just have lots of fun doing that. But we'll see what she decides. And thank you guys, you were all awesome when I was talking about that the other day, how, you know, it's just hard. You want to be helpful and help them figure out what they want to do, but I don't know really, you know, sometimes what to say other than you just have to find what you like doing. And because I went into a field that I do not like, just because I was worried about getting a job and making money, which obviously, you know, we all do, because you need to eat, have a place to live and things like that. But I think I probably could have done other things that I would have been interested in if I'd stuck with it. Had I known, but it had just sort of started when I was starting college, graphic design, and I just had no idea. But if I'd have gone into that, that would have been great for me now. But, you know, life is, you just don't know sometimes what the future holds. And nobody really knew a whole bunch about that when I started college, so it wasn't like it is now, where people are more aware of that whole thing. My dad always just worried that if I was an artist I would starve. And I get it, believe me, I understand. But it seems like you always end up doing what you like doing in the end somehow. So I don't know. Sometimes it might be better just to say, do the thing you like doing, because that way hopefully you'll make it work one way or another. As long as you got a job, that's my whole thing. Doesn't have to be $1 million one. That will open like that. I'm sorry, I probably just bumped the camera, didn't I? Let's see. Nope, it's pretty good. It's pretty stable there, as long as hopefully the cat doesn't like knock it over. That's possible. It's a possibility. Maybe this one could go next. Right. I'll use this for this one. These are super fun. If you know, you get a chance, make one because they're great. I mean, I have no idea what this is going to turn out like. It might be a disaster, but it's really fun. I got paper from Rachel, some of that Italian paper that she had in her shop. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Might use a little bit of that. My problem's going to be I'll probably hoard it, which is not good because it's Christmas paper, so it's like, just use it. Christmas is coming, but I know how I am with stuff like that. Hopefully I can talk myself into it. Let's see. Kind of want it to just be even on that one. Whoa, I almost did that upside down. That would have been not great. This is Paper Studio Christmas paper that I got last year, and I can't remember what the pack's called, but it's Paper Studio. I know that. From Hobby Lobby. I don't know why I can't remember what it's called. It's like Old World or Santa or something like that. I'm not sure which. I think that's this way. I have no idea what that letter says. It's just neat looking, and you can write on it still because it's light enough. So that's the cool part about it. Let's see. I like this red. Let's do the red again. And I'm not sure. I think this is the same paper pack. This red. If I do this first, huh? I don't even know if my all these hinges are gonna line up. I just realized I'm just gluing them down. I think I'm kind of getting them mostly near the center, but I had a couple people tell me that their anniversary was the same day as mine. I thought that was so cool. And thank you for all your nice wishes. That was awesome. A lot of people said happy anniversary. I was like, wow, that's awesome. I mean, you know, I did talk about it, but it was just fun. Because it's kind of a weird, you know, October, I don't hear a ton of people say they got married in October, so. I mean, it's a good month because, you know, the fall leaves and all of that is awesome. But most people I know have gotten married in the summer, which I understand. Okay, now how did I get that crooked like that? Because I don't want it to open weird. It's like I got it too close. Or if I can take it up, probably not. Nope, I'm just gonna make a mess if I do that. That is so strange how it's... Darn it. It's like I didn't get it far enough to the edge or something. Right, I'll have to be careful about that. This is just from my Digi Antique Posy. That's where that paper comes from. It's just some lace. I'll put this one down lower. I'll try to be careful of where I put this. Sorry, I'm going to take another drink of my drink. Thirsty today for some reason. Like extra thirsty. Okay, let's slide that out a little bit more. So hopefully I won't mess it up again. Of course, this is the first time I've made this, so I probably should have done one not on camera. That probably would have been the smart way to do it, like Rachel did it, but I was like, oh, that's, yeah, I get it. I can do that. Famous last words. It's getting thick. Just got a couple more. Yeah, that worked better that time. Alright, let's do this one and then we'll have the wider one at the back. What direction do I want this? I guess this works. Bells. Okay. Oh, there's my Santa. What am I doing? And I did watch the lady who made the first one of these, and I can't think of her name, but I'll try to remember to link her to below. I know Rachel did, so if all else fails, go watch Rachel's one of these, and it's on her, in her description box if I forget. I'm horrible with that name thing. I have to like write them down before I start the video. And sometimes I just forget. But they are fun. I think I'll go up this time. It's a great way to do a little book because, you know, it's easy and you can just use all different papers. And it's just fun. Oh, I said I was going to put that one on the back. Did you guys just watch me do that? And they're like, what is she doing? Yeah, because I'm dingy. In my brain, that one was going next. That's all there was to it. Let's try that again. Hopefully I haven't gotten any upside down. That's usually my best party trick. Okay, now I need one more hinge and I'm probably out, and I don't really want the red one. a little thick, but not. Use these scents. Won't be able to see all of them, but it'll work. And I'm doing these 2 by 1 3/4 roughly, but you know, if you tear off the sides and stuff like I was doing, it's really not gonna matter. Just, you know, fold them. Whatever scraps you have, just go with it. This was the dumb way to do this. What not to do. I need to cut my fingernails, they're getting crazy. They're like tough too, hard to cut. I should probably paint them and do all that fancy stuff, but 1, I don't have time for that, and 2, I do all this and I just destroy fingernail polish within like a day, so it's kind of a waste. It's kind of like putting lipstick on a pig. I always envy people that can keep their nails all nice, and I just can't. Between the housework and this stuff, there is just no way. Literally a day and they're destroyed on me. So. Okay. Alrighty, so that is our fatty little book. It's a fatty. I think I did too many pages, but you know, we'll see how it goes. I probably could have cut back on that. Alright, so let's see. I have some eyelet lace that I thought might look kind of cool on the edge, and I just have to decide if I want that part. Yeah, I think I do, so let's see. These aren't my fabric scissors, so hopefully it'll do it. This is a piece that Denise gave me. Thank you, Denise. She's so wonderful. I mean, such a nice lady. My goodness. Good thing she's so sharing and giving, because I don't do a lot of sewing, so fabric really is not my, I just don't have a whole lot. I mean, I've gotten more since I started doing this stuff, but previous, when she sent me this, all this, I just didn't have any of it. So she's very kind, very, very kind. So I need to take off some of that. That's a little bit big. But I like it to come around long in the back, I think. This needs to fray a little. It's the only thing, because of the embroidery, which is what you want, but it doesn't fray great. I remember this kind of eyelet though. I had curtains when I was a child, and they were this eyelet lace. My dad helped me paint my bedroom a really like light lavender color, and then because that was all the rage, well, purple's always kind of been my favorite color anyway, but I had light lavender walls and eyelet lace curtains. It's kind of funny to think about now. So I think something like that. I guess my angel's probably not going to work on there very good, huh? Because you won't be able to, either you won't see the lace or you won't see the angel. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. If I brought it back further, maybe that would work better. I might have to think about that one. Maybe we could decorate some other parts while I think on that. So yeah, I have some neat images that I got, like I said, New York Public Library, like this one. That one's cool. Santa in his sleigh. Oh, this one too would be kind of good. The little angel that just says Merry Christmas. I kind of like that one better. But these are some of the papers that I got from Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. I got them. They're wonderful and beautiful. These are so fine. Like they're a neat feeling on them. Like one of those ones kind of look kind of cool, but could use it this side. I cut it in half. Let me think on that. But lots of just really pretty papers. This is like got texture on it, and it's super soft. It's not like hard. That piece would be kind of pretty. Yeah, I think I kind of like that piece. Let's do that. And I'm just going to tear it kind of right here. I'm not even sure what all this says, but it's very pretty. And I'm just going to take a little bit. It's fairly thin paper, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. I just want the torn edge. I would love to have paper like this, like, you know, more of it, whole big pieces and stuff. Can't ever find stuff like this here. I mean, we've got lots of scrapbook paper. It's just, this is so cool. Let's do something like that, and this there. Maybe it'll be kind of an angel-y sort of book. Well, I do want the Santa on that one page, so I might put a few Santas in. Kind of want to rough the edges of this. Put away my fabric scissors before I use them to rough the edges and ruin them. And if you have one of the little fancy tools to do this, by all means, I'll just use my scissors, because I really don't buy stuff, tools and stuff, unless, you know, it's something that I can't do any other way. That's just the way I am. It probably would be easier, but Alright, and we might not get this all done. I might let you guys go and then come back to it or something. I don't want this to take forever. How long has it taken already? 40 minutes? See what we can get done. If you're hearing lots of noise, they're blowing out sprinklers everywhere in our neighborhood, so generators and air going through sprinkler lines and all that. I think that's what's going on out there right now. There's that, and then it would be kind of cool to put some little pockets in a few places. This one would be kind of a good spot. I don't know if I want to do these. They're a little thin and I'm worried that they'll rip. So I might use some of my paper for that. This will be kind of, these polka dots will be cute because they're littler. Snowflakes. Yeah, maybe I'll go with snowflakes. Let's see. Probably 2 inches is plenty for that. Do I go all the way? No, of course not. What's that? Alright, let's see. Had to get out the ruler. Seriously. Not my fave. Is that upside down? Another writing that I can't figure out if it's upside down or not. 2, 3 I'm going to take a little bit off those. Those should fit nicely, hopefully. And we can put a little thumb divot. Yeah, these are super fun because scraps. You can pretty much make this whole thing using scraps, which I love because I have way too many, as I'm sure a lot of us do. Oops, I did it the wrong way. Call it the scrap journal, you know, you can just make it out of scraps. I mean, I know that's kind of the idea with the whole thing, but you know, it never turns out. You end up using all kinds of new paper because it's fun. And you make more scraps, and every time you cut a piece of paper, you make another scrap, because I still just made more scraps making these. Every time you cut a piece of paper, you make a scrap. Think about that. It's crazy. And I'll probably make some tags and things to put in these. I haven't decided if I'm going to give these away as gifts or what these are going to be yet. But I think I'm going to make more because that really didn't take me a super long time at least. So that's fun because, you know, when you start getting down to the crunch time on the whole Christmas shopping and all, it gets a little hairy when you got projects that take a real long time. This is a great gift. Rachel, great idea for a gift. Because people could just, even if they're not super big into journaling, they could write down, like, it would be really fun to give it to a family and say, each one of you write your favorite Christmas memory in there, you know, and just, they could just even sit like on Christmas Day and pass it around and have everybody write down their favorite Christmas memory, and then, you know, they could all talk about what they wrote, and it would just be kind of a fun thing because everybody would be like, oh yeah, I remember when that happened, or, you know, whatever. So that would be super fun, and it's not huge, so most likely most families could fill it up. And then if there was some space, you could write down like a family recipe or songs that you listen to at Christmas, your favorite Christmas songs. You could do some just quotes from Christmas and things like that. I don't know, there's lots of fun stuff you could do with that, I think. So it doesn't have to just be for junk journalers, which for me is helpful because I don't really know any junk journalers. I mean, I know now because I have all the awesome people, all you guys are awesome. But I don't, nobody in my family or anything like that is really into that. I mean, they like to see these, you know, the things I make, but it's not like anybody else is making that stuff. So it's kind of fun to have some other uses that maybe you wouldn't have had otherwise. That's a really cool picture. I really like that Santa. No idea where I got it, sorry. It was just in my stash. I know that's kind of aggravating, but yeah, I think you could do lots of things. Or, you know, somebody just give it as a gift and say, you know, write like a grandparent or whatever, write down all your favorite Christmas memories, or what did you do when you were a kid, because trust me, it's going to be a lot different than what goes on now. So, you know, you might think, oh, well, these kids know what we do at Christmas or whatever, but life has changed quite significantly, which I'm sure we all know. But I think it's fun for grandparents to share, you know, what they did as kids. I was thinking it might be fun to kind of put just some bits of paper in here, you know, to write on, because obviously you can't really write on the music paper. And they don't have to be like the whole area of it, but just maybe a little bit of it. So what did I do with my tear roller now? My goodness. There it is. Doesn't take much for me to make a mess, I will tell you. Lickety split. Right the minute I start these projects, basically, I have a mess. At least on like maybe one side, or I don't know. Just a little piece like that on one side maybe. So you could write a little something in there anyway. I don't want to cover up all the music, it's pretty. Those little tiny notes. Oops, that end needs to be torn. couldn't figure out where the fold was. Ugh. Still a little bit wet. See, I just like that Santa there. He just needs to go there. Thinking I might want a little piece of this though, just on this other side. So I'm just going to kind of tear it. Love the color of these, they're super cool. I did find some kind of that color one time. But they're a little more craft. I don't know how to describe this color. It is craft, but it's a little different than the kind of craft. It doesn't look so much like a paper bag, like the craft that I usually find here. Changing my glue page. Alright, just gonna put a little ink around the edge of this. So at least I'm using some of this. I'm not totally hoarding it. Because I'm sure some of it will get hoarded, trust me. It's just hard because I know I'm not going to find that paper again. So it's kind of just one of those things where once it's gone, it's gone. But and I'm just doing half of the Santa picture with glue. Obviously so that the other side isn't glued down. I'm going to tilt them a little. It says a jolly old-fashioned Christmas to you. I like that. And I love this. In Medieval Mirage, she had these papers already like this with the inside already all, yeah, it's cool. So you just cut them out and glue them together. So that's fun, for sure. And let's see, how long are we? Oop. I guess I should let you guys go. We can finish this another day. I gotta decide how I want to do the front. I know I want the angel on there. I just need to decide if I want to. Maybe I'll just come like a little ways over this and have it more on the back. I think is probably how it's going to turn out being. So something like that. All right. Well, I will talk to you guys later. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze. Sorry, I was hoping I could get all the way through. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll chat with you again next time. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Bye-bye now.